Hey guys, welcome back to Wheelspin, where we bring the sickest cars from the streets straight to your screen. Presented by myself, Yadu, and Sunil behind the camera.
Yo, yo.
Let me paint you a picture. You are fresh 18, just got your red P plates. You got about $20,000 burning a hole in your pocket. You want to drive something that's nice, first of all, but also fast, reliable, and just, you know,
Yeah, a Golf. That's what you buy.
What? No, not Golf. Don't buy Golf.
What else would you buy?
You're buying the SV6. That's the review.
Ah, my bad.
Oh, you buy the SV6.
Yes.
Just fucking ruined it. Alright, man. We're inside the SV6 Storm 2014 Series 1.
Yes.
So this is the red one, for those of you that are keeping up with us, for the two cars we have. But what do you reckon off the bat?
Off the bat, it reminds me, because I've been on the side of a normal SV6, it just reminds me of just that. It's the exact same to me.
Yeah, man. Absolutely, yeah.
You know, it's got the little details here and there. Gives it a bit more character,
yeah.
You know. Just makes it just a little bit more distinctive compared to the, you know, the normal SV6.
Of course, I agree. See, you know that I daily the SV6 as well.
Yes.
So this,
Yes,
the first impression for me here, I do appreciate the little things that he's done. Firstly, to start off with, I love the Storm stitching all through.
It's so nice.
Yes, so the red stitching on all of the seats, and there, it actually resembles very close to the red line as well. The red line also come with these SSV red lines, also come with the red stitching.
Interesting, yes.
He also has swapped out the steering wheel for the flat bottom, with the red stitching as well, to match.
I'm loving the attention to detail.
The attention to detail is very immense in here. And he's also added a little bit of color with the gear stick, with the paint splatter.
Yeah.
Being a manual, of course, that's the biggest change for me. There's no sport mode. There's none of that. It's just a traditional manual.
Get into the car and drive. That's what it is.
He's also improved the pedals as well. Standard,
Yes.
They come standard with the black sort of rubbery pedals. These have the upgraded, the V8 metal pedals as well, which I really do rate. Now, key differences between the Storm and the standard model out of a Series 1 would firstly be the heads-up display.
Yep.
So that displays all the important information such as speed, which means you don't need to really utilize that center screen as much, because that's the biggest thing I found annoying.
Absolutely. The center console, I'm not going to say that it's dated, but it's quite nice to look at, I'll be honest.
Yeah,
it's flush. It's not too outdated. It doesn't feel old.
Yes, I did want to touch on this as well, because comparing this to the predecessor, which is the VE Series 2, which came with the same motor, these are significantly better in terms of the interior design.
Yep.
Considering this came out in 2013, we're coming up to the 10th year of this car being out, and they haven't changed much of it
at all.
We'll take a look at the blue one next, but they haven't changed much of it over the Series 1 and 2 interior-wise, and it still keeps up.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah, it still keeps up.
Even in the range of cars, you know, for people our age would buy this in that 20,000, 25,000 range mark. You compare it to a Golf, the interior of a Golf, this is far better. I'm sorry, but this is a lot better.
Holistically, it's just more refined.
It is. It's also, I'll be honest with you, this feels far more premium than a lot of German cars. Like with the soft touch here. The buttons are amazing.
Without a doubt.
It feels so nice and well put together, you know? It just feels great. One other thing that I wanted to pick up on this car was that I love the fact that this car is red and black, and it follows in here. This is red and black, that's red and black.
Yeah,
the stitching is red and black.
He's definitely done a good job. The Storm actually comes with the stitching factory. He's able to get a red one and have the red stitching as well. It definitely flows through. But also just overall, the SV6's styling on the interior wise, with sort of like the carbon fiber look that they're going for.
It's a good mix.
Over the material. It does look better in my opinion, than the Calais and like a bit of the higher trim models. Because just purely because of that black accent that it has.
It also adds that sporty vibe to it.
Definitely.
You know, it enhances it, because that's the point of this car, was the sport pack. You get a sport pack. There you go. Carbon, carbon, carbon. I'm happy.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. Absolutely. However, this doesn't come with every single feature that some of the top models do. Yep. Top models obviously come with paddle shifters.
Yes.
Now, that would be a very welcome addition to one of these.
Yes.
Unfortunately, it's super rare, or aftermarket is expensive, and it's just not... The transmission is just not as usable as it is.
It's not, but it's better to have this...
In a manual,
you know?
manual, yes.
Without a doubt. It is
great. We'll touch on the manual, sort of the transmission and everything a bit later. But it's overall, I think that the few additions that it's missing, it's caught up very well. And it doesn't have like the lane keep assist. It doesn't have the, forward-facing collision detection system and stuff like that. However, this one specifically, the owner, which we'll meet in a second, the owner has installed upgraded speakers all around.
Oh, wow.
On the doors. It also has double or triple the sound deadening in the doors and the boot. He's also got the sunroof, which I wanted to talk about. Which I think is a very important addition.
Yes.
Being a thing here. It does come with a trade-off.
Yep.
So these Storms came with map lights here. And it also came with the sunroof controls put where the glasses normally go.
Yes.
Now, I'm a religious user
of the glasses.
Of this glasses holder. I have muscle memory to grab my glasses out of here.
Yes. Speaking about, you driving a daily these things, what's comfortability like for you? And day-to-day, cabin features that this car has.
So, just looking at the cabin features as well, I really like that there's all-round door locks, central locking on both sides. You have control over there, I have control over here for all 4 doors, which I think is really smart idea, because this is meant to be a family car, right? It also comes with blind spot monitors from the base model, not even the SV6.
It helps because this car is huge.
It is.
Comes with this, which is a cool thing, these auto park features.
Auto park features is definitely a very welcome addition.
Yeah, it is.
I'll be honest with you, I've only used it about 3 times. All 3 was to show people how to do it. And I'm pretty sure Tynan and Tambia both would have used it only once or twice.
It's not just a cool, little shitty gimmick that this has. It works.
It works.
That's the thing.
It's controlled by you. It's not self-assisted. It's not self-driven, it's self-assisted. So it turns the wheel and positions you so that you can perpendicular and parallel park, which is cool.
But you just have to control the throttle.
You have to control the throttle. Now, bringing on to the negatives of this interior, I think the visibility is very skewed in here.
I think side visibility is the best.
Side visibility. You mentioned before about the blind spot monitors. I absolutely agree. The blind spot monitors, I think, are a welcome addition because of how big and sort of covered this car is.
Yes.
But if you sort of look at the A-pillars and on both sides, because of those big massive airbags, these A-pillars cut the visibility out quite a tremendous amount.
Big blind spots.
Unless you're sitting quite high up, you actually can't see a lot of curbs.
No, you can't.
So you have to sort of...
that.
There's a lot of guesswork into driving this car quickly around corners, because
without a doubt,
you are slightly lacking with that visibility.
Moving on, speaking of some cubby spaces in here for your day-to-day driving, it's quite good. You can easily fit a big drink bottle in here, into the side panels as well. You've got a comfortable space to chuck it in there.
Take
glove
a guess.
Box.
Take a guess how many cup holders are in this car.
All right, let me take a guess. I'm going to say, all around, I'm going to say 8. I'm going to say 8.
Spot on.
Oh, 8. There you go. Come on.
Good guess. So 2 on the sides, 2 in the middle. That's 4 for the front. Then there's 2 down, which you probably can't see. We'll get some down there. But there's 2 down here.
Yes, sir.
And then there's also 2 up here. With a table.
You know why I said 8? 8 is a very, very, a lot of cup holders. I said that because I knew this thing is equipped. Wow.
Yes. It also has 2 of everything. It has 2 12-volt sockets, 1 here, 1 in there. You've got your USB in there, which we'll take a look at the Series 2. That's actually not there anymore, I'm pretty sure, in the Series 2. The aux port is here. There's an aux port for this car.
They removed it.
And then in this one specifically,
coin holders.
That's cool. Pen holder, card holder. And in this one specifically, there's also the airbag controls, which we'll talk about in a second. You can air out through here. So there's a compressor and all the controls here. That's pretty much the interior.
That is pretty much the interior. It's looking at the interior, opinion, great interior, comfortable interior.
Without a doubt.
You can easily fit a family in here, go on long trips, because it's just so well equipped. It hasn't been dated. It's a nice cabin to be in.
Without a doubt.
It's better than a lot of its rivals as well. That's
without a doubt.
Big plus point.
There's one more thing that I wanted to touch on before we finish up with the interior review here. Yeah, the climate control is great. The center screen's great. It's sort of very well equipped. But one thing that's also very much an underdog in this car is the seating. The seats.
Yes, I'm so comfortable in here. I fully forgot about the seats.
These seats aren't the most bucketed seats. So around corners, it's not the most grippiest seats, but
it's comfortable.
But because it's got sort of that like faux leather-esque with the suede middle, it is very grippy. So it grips you in. And I think the suede leather, because it's such a standard feature through all the SV6 variants, especially except the base model, I think it's just a very welcome addition.
It is, but it's, you know, you take that sport aspect out of it, and for day-to-day driving, it's probably my top tier seat that I've sat in a car for a long drive.
Yeah, man.
And my fucking ass hasn't hurt.
Yeah. You can sit in this car for hours.
And it doesn't
Being
hurt.
the type of car it is, it's supposed to take you around Australia.
Yeah,
right.
Correct.
So you can sit in this car for literally hours, and you will not feel a thing. Like, you will not feel uncomfortable.
No, you won't.
And then touching quickly on the seat controls as well. It's fully manual on your side.
Correct.
My side has the raised electric upper and. It goes up and down. It also has electrical lumbar support. That's it. Other than that, the sort of reclining and the front, forward and back is all manual as well. That sort of changes as you go up the trim levels, but in the SV6, that's just how they went for it.
No, fair enough.
Overall, I think it's just a great interior.
It is a great interior. The back of the car is also very spacious. There's a good amount of space in the back. Comfortably,
for sure.
Comfortably, you could fit 3 ginormous people.
For sure.
6 foot, they're comfortable at the back.
I think the main reason why cars such as this rival over its competitors in that P-plate legal-esque is because of the pure space you get.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think the space within this car, like I've told you this before, the reason I bought my car was so I could have all my friends in there comfortably. We could all sit in there for hours and talk about stuff, right?
Yes, without a doubt.
And that's exactly what you can do in here. The back seats are actually a single piece bottom, so you can clip the whole seat out at the bottom.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes, because that also brings me to the second negative I have about the interior of this car. The back seats don't go down, which I think is a very important thing, because this car is sort of meant to be a big car. You'd assume that it would. The middle seat goes down,
which is not too bad, which allows you to
which reveals the table.
Yes,
there's a table back here, which I think is a great thing. But just sort of the middle seat goes down, you can sort of access things through there. But if you have a sub or something like that, it easily gets blocked, and you can't really put the other seats down. They're bolted in.
They are bolted in. Yeah. You know, but if you per se don't have a sub or anything like that for your day-to-day driving, the fact that you can still put the middle down is very good.
You can fit some smaller, skinnier, longer items through.
Correct.
But you're not getting any suitcases through there.
No. But you got to keep in mind, in a lot of these German whips, you have to pay close to $1,000 to just even get that feature.
Yes, but I think the reason why these don't have it is because the station wagons exist of these variants.
Oh, there you go.
So if you kind of want to take more load, you take a ute or a station wagon. You have two different options to carry load.
Yeah.
So it's kind of excusable for them to take it out of the sedan.
Yeah, fair enough. Which is actually justified.
Very much.
Yeah, I mean, taking a look at the car, it's great, comfortable for your day-to-day. Can't really fault it.
No, man, for sure.
Let's go.
Shall we take a look at the other one?
Done.
Let's go. All right, moving into the Series 2 2016 VF, the blue one, for those of the viewers. We have a great interior, again.
We do.
Very similar, but a few differences, right?
Biggest thing I noticed is the stop and start. Push to start button.
Yes, push to start.
It's cool.
Yeah, it's sick. It also has keyless entry as well. That's a difference there. That's a transition thing that I was talking to you about before, moving on from Series 1 to Series 2. There's also the retrofitted HSV instrument cluster, because I noticed there's the colored screen in the middle, which is not a normal feature in these cars.
It's really cool.
Yeah, as well as the paddle shifters. Again, we're following that red and black theme in this car as well. The stitches in the seats, as well as the dash, followed on by the steering wheel, which is also upgraded as well, the flat bottom one.
Flat bottom as well. Another distinctive feature is the fact that it's an automatic.
Yes, it is.
Manual.
Yes, it is. I did mention to you before, the paddle shifters are not sort of a very common option on these cars.
It's not.
And this one has it, which I'm
really cool.
really nice to see that this one has the paddle shifters as well. And I assume they work, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can use it. It's not too different compared to that one, compared to the Storm, other than the fact that the Storm has a very distinctive Storm badge right here.
Yes.
Telling you every day, reminding you every day that it's a Storm. Correct. This is a black edition.
This is a black edition.
There's some cool little floor mats with the black edition plaque, which is really cool. Attention to detail again.
Of course.
From both the cars.
So we're also joined together with the two owners of each of these cars. We have Tambir over here, who has the Series 2, the blue one.
Correct.
And then we have Tynan over there with the Series 1 red. Now, we want to talk to you boys a little bit. We have you guys in the car with us just to sort of go over why you guys bought this car.
Well, on your P plates, it's either, you know, you get this, an XR6 or a Golf. And XR6 interior wise is pretty disgusting.
It's garbage. It looks like shit.
It's the worst interior ever.
It is.
As built as the motor is, it's the worst interior you can possibly ask for. And I don't want a Golf, man. Who does?
Yeah, fact. I also don't want a Golf, to be honest.
I don't want to be associated with a Golf driver.
Yep.
You know?
Fair enough. No, definitely. I know that you spoke to me about this before. You addressed that you didn't want to. You're like, why would you get this car when you can just get a Golf?
Correct.
Right.
Correct.
I think there's a certain amount of specialty to each car, and I think the Golf gives you a completely different driving experience this car does.
Correct. The driving experience, and in my, you know, professional opinion, the drive in that stock is better than the drive in this stock.
Yeah.
This thing modded out is a different story, but if you compare those two cars stock, it's a different story.
And looking at it mods wise, coming on from the other car as well, you do have this massive Pioneer screen in the middle.
Yes.
Which you have fitted aftermarket in this car. Can you walk us through that real quick?
Why I did it?
Yeah.
Why you did it? Correct.
My link sucks. It's one of the worst audio systems, and Tynan would agree. It's one of the worst. It must have been good like when the cars come out.
Yeah.
But after a while, you'd be playing music or you start the car and it just won't work.
Yep.
The screen will turn off.
Bit glitchy.
Yeah.
Bit of a glitchy thing.
And I love my audio, like.
Yep.
And so I was like,
fair enough.
So I went with the big screen. I went with the Morel speakers all around. Alpine 5-bay amp. 12-inch sub in the back.
So, touching onto the audio, because I feel like that's a very prominent mod both of you guys have done to your cars. I've explained your one. You've got aftermarket speakers in that car. Which ones are they?
I've got Morel as well.
You got Morel as well?
Plug and play, so there's no amp supporting them.
Okay.
There's going to be amp supporting them so they can push more.
So you've just changed the speakers? Like the actual...
Yeah, so I've just replaced the speakers.
The actual drivers itself,
and
right?
at the front too.
Yes, so the two tweeters on there, A-pillar here as well, And you've also done the same thing, but you've got an amp set up in this car.
Yeah, so all new cabling going back to the amp.
Oh, wow.
Wonderful.
And yeah, everything's controlled by the 5-bay amp under the driver's seat.
Okay, perfect.
One common thing between you two boys is the fact that you guys have decked both of these cars out.
Yes, without a
heavily.
doubt.
No, I rate that so much.
Yeah, that obviously...
There's more
so
coming
sick.
too. It's like, no, it's not the end.
Yeah, for sure.
It's not the end. Rest assured, guys, it's not the end.
Obviously, that's a testament to you guys being friends for a while as well, which I'm sure the viewers don't know.
It's the worst friendship ever. we keep one-upping each other.
Yep.
It's just, it's gone out of proportion.
It's
really.
blown out of sight.
Yeah, definitely. You can tell from your cars, you guys are definitely up in the competition with each other. You know, it's funny because like you both have such very similar cars, but also you guys have managed to single-handedly buy two SV6s that come with completely different options from factory.
Yeah.
That, like, you know what I mean? Like, you got the sunroof and the manual, and you've got the push-button start and the keyless entry. You both have different of the limited editions as well. You guys have different versions as well.
It's like same, but different, you know?
Yes, of course.
One thing that I wanted to say was that sunroof. I don't know if I were to hop in one of these cars, I think I might hop in that because it has a sunroof.
The sunroof. I know you're a bit of a sunroof man. I personally am not too fussed.
He's not. You know what because
I daily
he loves his glasses. So he's like, I'd rather have the glasses than a sunroof.
I don't know if I'd rather have glasses than a sunroof, but yeah, I mean, it does take away a large amount of space because I feel like this is a pretty important like little glass holder, which that one doesn't have.
If you get an aftermarket sunroof, you can retain that.
Oh,
okay,
that's sick. Alright guys, let's start off with the exterior review of these two beautiful beasts that we have right here. One thing you might be confused with, though we said earlier on to the videos, the fact that this is a Series 1 and this is a Series 2, but they both look the same. The owner on the Series 1 has done a facelift to a Series 2, which looks fucking amazing to me. It looks great. I'm loving how the owners are going with the blue and the black, the red and the black. It contrasts so well together. It looks beautiful. One other major thing to these cars are just how staunch they are. Just take a look at how mesmerizing these things are to look at. It's just amazing to look at.
A really cool attraction to this SV6 is the respray that's been done. If you get real close up to this bumper here, it's got like a very light sparkle to it that looks amazing with the black. It's the finer details that these cars have that make it stand out. Moving on to the blue SV6, and something that both of these cars have in common are these amazing custom headlights. It's ecstatic just taking a look at these cars. One thing you guys might have also noticed is this amazing carbon lip. It's a custom job just for this. The owners decked this thing out. It's beautiful, it fits it, it's flush. It's just amazing to look at. Moving on to the sides of these two cars though, is a different story. This thing comes with 20-inch HSV rapiers, which is nuts. It's running on these super sticky RE003 Bridgestones, which is great, putting all that power down. Coming down to the side of it, carbon mirror, come on, you already know. It's got these amazing side skirts on the side, straight out of a HSV, perfectly fit in, flush, looks beautiful. If you guys also take a look at the car in general, it's lowered on coils. It sits beautifully. It's amazing to take a look at. Another attention to detail feature that these guys both have are these weather shields on the sides and at the back. Matches everything, the whole aesthetic about the car. It's amazing to take a look at. Taking a look at the back of this car, the biggest distinctive feature you're gonna see is this carbon spoiler. It's also got these GTS replica lights, fits well, looks amazing, looks flush, follows the body creases really well. Coming from the front to the back, one thing that this car is doing is following the black and the blue, again with the diffuser at the back and these big, fat X-Force pipes. That shit roars. You guys are gonna be hearing that later on. It's amazing as well. Coming to the side profile of this beautiful red SV6, you know, the biggest thing that I get to see and I notice is these big black rims. These are out of the GTSRs. Great. It fits really well with the aesthetic, with the red and the black. It just complements it perfectly. I am loving these green calipers as well. It just makes it stand out more. One other thing you guys might have also noticed is the fact that this thing is ridiculously low. And that's on the basis of it's got bags at the rears. The actual airbag, once it's lowered, just like it's sitting now, it looks amazing. Now, moving on to the back of this car, and a big distinctive feature at the back of this car, like I said before, was that spoiler. This thing has the color matched stock spoiler at the back. It's amazing. It goes to show how much you can play around with these cars to make them look, you know, somewhat similar but completely different. It's amazing at the back here. This has been paint matched to gloss black at the back. Both of the cars are running the X-Force pipes again, from the blue to the red. It's great. Sounds great. You guys are going to be hearing that. Starting from the front to the back, it continues with the color matching. It's got the Prisma tees at the back. It's like a light, sparkly rainbow colorish that adds so much depth to this car. It's that attention to detail. Well, it is owned by a detailer as well, but, you know, well looked after. Two beautiful beasts right here. This brings me to the next part of the review where we're going to take a look at the performance mods done to these cars. Now, they look very similar, as you can tell from the hood. That's because they are. They are very similar. Let's go through some of the mods that's been done here. Now, if you know much about these LFXs, you can tell that there's not much you can do with them power-wise. So both of these have been equipped with the VCM OTR. The best thing you can do to these is just feed it colder, more air, so that it produces more power. Now, this one has E85 from factory that the Series 1s did. With Series 2s, they removed that capability of having E85 from factory, so this one has been fitted with E85. This also has a few other goodies, such as a catch can, but overall, in terms of induction, that's pretty much it. Moving further down the engine, you have the X-Force 2.5 inch. So it's just 2.5 inch all the way through, no cats in these cars, either of these cars, so they pop very nicely, and they also make a slight hissing noise, which is very nice, very vivid. You can hear it when you drive.
The main thing that's been done to each of these cars is suspension. So as Sunil has mentioned earlier, this one's sitting on coilovers all around. That one's sitting on coilovers at the front, and there's got bags at the rear. They both stick a lot. That's thanks to the tires that they're wrapped in that we've discussed earlier. But overall, the ridiculous speeds you can get on these around corners is absolutely insane, which you'll see in a little bit. Just going to quickly jump in here and thank both of our sponsors for today's video. SECELEC, servicing all of Melbourne's electrical, data, CCTV and security needs, and Crazy Clean Detailing, from basic interior cleaning to ceramic and graphene coating. Make sure to check both of these wonderful services out. Links are in the description.
Wow, why does this ride comfortably feel better than yours?
It's coilovers. It's coilovers. Can I take it straight or sideways?
Sideways, please.
It's sideways? Only sideways. This car only goes sideways, guys.
It doesn't feel as low as it is.
Alright, Yadu, sitting inside of here, going for a drive, how do you feel straight off the bat?
Straight off the bat, I feel like you can really feel those engine mounts. That's the most noticeable thing.
Yes.
As well as there's a slight hissing on the exhaust, which I think you boys mentioned this to me outside. Huh?
No cats.
No cats, all right? Neither of these.
A big distinctive thing was for me, which was the ride quality.
Yeah.
I realized on coils, it's significantly stiffer.
Hit the downshift on the paddles.
Oh wow,
Yeah.
that must be so satisfying and weird to do in this. This feels very planted though already. Oh wow.
Yeah, this is nice.
You just wanna ride it hard.
Oh, your brakes are very soft though. It doesn't brake as hard.
There is higher grade brake fluid in here, so it needs to be heated up a bit.
It's weird. It's like it feels similar, but there's like slight differences. Like you said, Tynan, like the little things make all the difference. I feel like
it feels more planted than yours.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
It's a lot more focused.
It is a lot more
focused. I can tell this one will take these corners a lot quicker than mine.
Oh shit.
And the exhaust you guys have, very hard to get a hold of these ones, aren't you?
I
Like,
think they're basically sold out everywhere.
Yeah, the very high flow cats didn't change much of the note, which was good because we were kind of.
oh wow,
Wow.
they really
Yeah,
hold
yeah.
that rev band.
You want to jump in?
Yeah.
Whoa.
Jesus, all right.
Alright.
Really depressing.
Everyone's holding on.
Everyone's holding on.
Jesus, man.
It just grips. It grips. Whoa. This thing will be great on Oh, that sounds mint.
You know, something tells me.
Oh, wow. It's definitely not as floaty as these things are.
It's planted.
It's planted, dude. Sounds sneaky. It's eating through them. Oh wow.
Oh, I felt like we flew there.
Oh, you know what? Braking's on point.
I come in a lot.
Shout out to the fucking T2s.
Yes.
Definitely.
Coming in
Best
clutch.
brakes for these cars.
If you put them on the right way, yes.
Man,
It sounds menacing.
you can smell a lot of the car in the car right now.
That's definitely one thing. This
I think that's just
Yeah.
timing.
You know,
Oh wow. It roars. Wow.
this car's sticking, man.
It sticks.
Those corners are sticking.
Especially for such a big car coming around those corners. It's very planted. I can't feel too much body roll as well compared to what these things do stock for sure.
I guess we're flying off the end of that.
All right. See the launch.
CV joints.
feeling there, that took me back.
That, I will say, that was a lot more planted than the Sirocco we did last week.
That bob, like, it was, yeah,
That's
without a doubt.
tremendously more
Yes,
planted than the
yes. So guys, that's the blue SV6
That's the
that
blue
we've just...
We're gonna hop in the red one now, the manual.
Absolutely. That was an amazing drive. Thank you so much.
No worries.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, that was fucking scary.
Alright guys, so we're in the red Series 1 Storm. This one's the manual. Sinal's gonna be driving this one. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, it feels exactly like your
It does
car,
not
yeah.
feel like the Focus at all.
I think you're gonna need another dual mass clutch after this gentleman here is driving this car.
Nah. The gearing just feels fine. It's great.
I just need to raise it a bit because there's more weight in it than I'm used to.
Hey, what are you trying to say?
No.
Oh, that sounds...
You've driven mine a lot,
Yes.
okay? So you got like a auto comparison. How does the manual feel?
So much better.
Yeah?
It's just better in every way. I'm not gonna lie. It just feels better in every way. Over the BMW in this thing in a manual, I might take this in a manual if I
You're
needed it.
kidding.
I'm not even joking. Yeah.
I don't think you guys understand. This guy like swears by BMWs. He loves his F30. So for him to say like...
to say.
So we needed to talk about the suspension. Because
Correct.
these come with the FE2's stock, which I think is more on the stiffer side. It's still a bit of a boaty suspension, but the coilovers and the bags set up in this compared to the all coilover setup in the
way
blue
better.
one.
Way better.
I think like everything you've said about let's go through this blah 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 has gone out the window.
Yeah, it really has. This thing is just so entertaining to drive. That's you forget about
and
talking.
I'll be honest with you, I haven't looked at the storyboard.
Yeah, not at all. Honestly, the storyboard
We've
is
just
just
been sending.
Yeah,
That's the whole video. So yeah, bag setup in this obviously is a lot more comfortable. I feel like day-to-day driving,
Yeah.
this feels a lot more less sort of stiffer. It's not as bouncy, I feel like.
It's not as bouncy. It's definitely more dailyable, I'd say.
Oh, without a doubt.
Right, but
It is a daily.
It is a
that is
daily.
true. It is
That
a
is
daily. But the thing is, even around those corners, it seems really planted. I'll be honest with you, right? It doesn't seem too floaty in any way. Like, it takes those corners great. Steering feel is amazing. My road feel is amazing. I feel like I've got full control of the car.
Because even being a manual sports
I think,
car,
yeah, that's what makes it a great daily.
Yeah.
The fact that it's a manual.
it's a manual sports car
Yeah.
and it's driving comfortably. I'm sure like if you want to drive it a lot more decent,
Yeah.
you can, and it's gonna feel
I
fun.
feel like I'm driving a pretty decent, guys, right? Like,
Yeah,
it's
but
like
you're getting a feel for the
production.
car. But I feel like
Yeah.
once you get comfortable with the car, obviously your driving experience is a lot smoother. You don't feel the gear changes as much.
Whoa! These pull!
Oh, this pulls. This is scary.
Holy shit!
Oh my god.
Holy fuck! These pull
That's fucked. That's fucked.
in
Yeah.
the autos absorb a lot
Yeah.
of this. These pull like a
Dude,
motherfucker,
honestly,
bro.
me driving this, the transmission was fine. I didn't do it. It's fine.
I think it's more damaging
yeah,
right now.
Yeah, dude, it's fully fine. Oh my god. Holy shit! Oh shit! Bro, it's those gear changes every time. It just... Oh fuck! Holy shit! Oh my god! This thing's crazy. Oh!
Oh, you take this to track.
That's sick!
You fucking take this to track, don't you?
Oh my god!
You are too crazy. literally too crazy. I've never done
Fuck!
dude. I feel like that torque converter lets us down a lot.
Plus,
it's
also, Yadu, the fact that this
Yeah,
thing
man.
handles like that LSD is doing a lot of work.
Yeah.
Dude, around those corners, it's stuck.
I can't go that quick around
Yeah.
this corner.
I forgot to
Nah.
mention Sunil that he tracks this car.
Oh, you tracked this car.
I haven't been. I do drags.
Yep.
The most I've done is like the back of Calder as you're coming back.
Yep.
gave that a
But you'd
good
be
bit of
very
a whack.
familiar with the shifts though,
Yeah,
right?
for sure. Yeah.
Bro, I'm like the biggest adrenaline junkie. Let's go.
Arundel, was it Arundel Road or something?
Yes.
It's like,
Let's go. Yeah, every gear click is just there. Fuck, this thing's quick.
feel confident.
It just sticks, dude. Look at it.
Yeah, how does
It
it
just
do this?
sticks. What the fuck?
How is it doing? It's like a dial. Yours too. That's mental.
That is mental. Oof.
Oh my lord, dude!
That's gotta be the starting footage.
That is
Yeah, that's starting with it.
All right. You start.
As the tradition follows, we need to give it the wheel spin wanted level. These cars look fairly similar,
They do.
so we'll give it an overall.
Done.
Right? How do you reckon these cars stack up?
If
out
the
of 1
boys
to
in the
5?
blue, if they were at the back,
Yes.
and these two cars are on the road.
Yes. If the boys in the blue are in the back, how do you reckon these stack up?
All right. I'm not going to judge it upon the owners.
Okay.
Right? I'm gonna judge it upon the cars. And I'm going to say, I'm going to give it a 3. I'm going to give it a 3.5.
3.5?
It's 3.5. I reckon they're both getting pulled over.
Yeah.
No cap. Especially with that red P plate on.
Okay,
It's-
for sure.
It's getting pulled over.
Yeah. I reckon this is a 4.
Yep.
Yeah. Especially because of the exhaust.
Yes.
And how it
is
pops.
loud.
It does. It both of them are like stands out quite a bit. Give it a 4. I think it's pretty red hot.
It is pretty red hot.
Yeah. So what do you boys reckon? Because you guys drive these cars. I want you to review each other's.
No, oh look, I think they can be worse at times,
Mm.
but you can also just gear up, cruise.
Yeah.
Depending on the cop, sometimes they're
It
alright.
depends on how you drive. Look, if you're right P plates, this car
Yeah.
is a lot hotter than that car. That car, I've been pulled over maybe once or twice.
Yep.
Randomly pulled over, yeah. I don't even think I've ever been randomly pulled over.
Yeah,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's
Which
not
is
bad.
lucky.
yeah.
pretty good. So out of 5, what do you boys reckon? For each other's cars.
I'll probably go 4, I reckon.
Yeah.
On both?
Yeah.
On both?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
4. There you go.
4.
Pretty red hot car.
Pretty red hot.
Pretty red hot.
I mean, reflecting back to last week's
Yes.
Sirocco, you
Sirocco.
gave that a 3.
I give that a 3. You're
That
right.
is so much more
Yeah.
milder
Now
compared
that
to
I
this.
think about it, yeah, honestly, I changed my answer to 5. Both these cars are red hot as fuck. Yeah, it's over.
It's over.
The amount of attention these cars get is
Yeah,
ridiculous.
it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
It is.
And being a Commodore, it already defaults to a 3.
Yeah.
I think anything more
Being
than
an
that.
SECELEC,
Two.
it's not
Starts
two,
at 2.
2.5.
You just drive it out of the factory, it's already
It's
2.
already hot. Straight up.
So yeah, that's it.
Overall,
Overall,
red hot cars.
red hot cars.
Thanks for tuning in, guys, for these 2 beautiful SV6s. Make sure you guys like and subscribe and keep commenting. Thank you for showing all the love on our YouTube channel. We'll catch you guys in a bit. Mic off.